It's worth bearing in mind that all predicate logic inferences involve generalizations. That is, generalizations are key components. And when I'm talking about generalizations, I am talking about sentences like, all bachelors are unmarried. It's telling something about all bachelors, they have a certain property being unmarried. Or some politicians, notice politicians is a category, are honest. Honest is a category. But it's telling you some politicians are honest. Or no Muslims are Christians. It says that nobody who's a member of this one religious group is a member of the second religious group. But it is a generalization. That is, they're not about a particular individual. Rather, they say that things that have a certain characteristics, a certain property, predicate, or in a certain category, have another characteristic. And when we're looking at the valid inferences, the well-formed predicate logic inferences, we're usually looking at things that are sometimes called categorical syllogisms, because we notice that they're generalizations about certain categories of individuals. Now, let's take a look at a few statements just so we understand what we mean by a generalization and what we're talking about in that realm. Consider all bachelors are unmarried. So we have the circle here represents the class, everything that's unmarried, we're going to put in that circle. And when we say all bachelors are unmarried, we're saying that the circle of things that contains all bachelors is inside that circle of things that are unmarried. So we know based on this diagram, this is sometimes referred to as a Venn diagram, that all bachelors are unmarried. So we see anything that's in the inner circle is certainly in the outer circle. So you notice there's a generalization about unmarried people and bachelors. Or consider some politicians are honest. We take the category, that circle depicting the category of people who are honest. And then when we say some politicians are honest, we draw the other circle, we say intersecting, overlapping with honest, but it's only asserting that only some, not all of the politicians are honest, but just some of them. And that's the way you kind of depict that from the perspective of one of these Venn diagrams. And finally, we had the statement, no Muslims or Christians, as we have the circle, everything that represents all of the Christians. So everything that's a Christian is within that circle. Within the white circle is every person, not everything, I should have said for Christians, every person who's a Christian. In the circle with Muslims are all the people who are practitioners of Islam, who follow Islam. So this is how we would depict these generalizations. And that's why we talk about generalizations being the key premises, the ones that we're just getting through. Notice they're not about any particular individual, they're about a whole class, a whole category, that things that have a certain characteristic have another kind of characteristic. And these are going to be involved in inferences that we call syllogisms, categorical syllogisms.